Hi guys, welcome back to That's Life with John Carver. This is episode number 327, and I'm calling this episode The Heckler's Veto. The late Anthony Bourdain said, "I don't have to agree with you to like or respect you." Again, I don't have to agree with you to like or respect you. University of Chicago professor of law Harry Kalven is said to have coined the term Heckler's Veto. I've never heard that before until I started looking into this. It's, quote, "when a government, institution, or organization or group of people accepts restrictions on speech because of the anticipated or actual reactions of the opponents of the speech." Again, this is talking about the Heckler's Veto. So if you think about the concept for a minute, the suppression of free speech by some because of the reactions of those who are exposed to free speech requires, at least in some minds, some people to punish those who dare to speak up with opinions or facts that don't align with the majority. That's a kind of a mouthful. But the system, or rather their system of speech, squashes those that have different points of view. I can really tell you in my own life that I've grown as a human being, as a man, because I've chosen to read and or listen to people with different opinions than mine. And I've changed my opinions on a number of things as a result of learning from people that I hadn't considered people of wisdom in the past. So those who understand the facts in some cultures, and in America many times, are silenced. So it's really the opposite of what should happen. As a kid, I wondered why the people in Germany and the Russian part of the world didn't speak when they discovered the facts that was happening in their country. The silencing of the people were at least horrific in my mind as a teenager. Now, I'm not talking about those who promote or engage in violence upon other people, obviously, but I'm referring to people who have facts that differ from those who pull the strings and promote the silence and harass and deplatform and intimidate and bully people that are happening every day in America. So if the potential listener or viewer is given a bit of information that it might be offended, free speech then is silence. It's happening all the time. It has been happening for centuries. So there's another, I guess, piece of the Heckler's Veto that maybe you need to think about. There's those who've been active for decades who profit from creating hostile environments between different people or different groups of people. Financially, they profit from it. It goes from colleges to organizations, and they threaten other people who don't agree with their way of thinking or their social agenda. So the question, I guess, is this ethical? I would say the answer is no. So wouldn't it make sense to peek behind the curtain, if you will, using the old 1930s film, The Wizard of Oz, to see who's really creating situations and social environments that promote hatred and disagreement and resentment and distrust? Wouldn't it make sense to really understand or to seek out information of why certain individuals shut down others who have different points of view? Whatever happened to respecting other people's opinions, even when their opinions are not based in facts? Whatever happened to agreeing to disagree? Whatever happened to treating people like you want to be treated? Whatever happened to the choice that all of us that we have to listen or not listen, or read or not read, of those that we disagree with? When some are allowed to silence other people, it's just really a matter of time before you're silenced too. So I think really at the center, or at the core of the Heckler's Veto, there's a lack of respect for other people, unless individuals are promoting violence and thus creating a clear and present danger to those who frankly need to be protected from such people. So when one point of view is promoted and pushed down the throats of other people, of those in society, it never really ends well long term. If you're a student of history, that is, you understand that. So silencing the masses never produced productive solutions. So I guess here's the challenge for you and for me. in the words of D.B. Harrop. He writes, quote, "Have a big enough heart to love unconditionally and a broad enough mind to embrace the differences that make us unique." Let me share it again. Have a big enough heart to love unconditionally and a broad enough mind to embrace the differences that make each of us unique. So society has devolved into something I couldn't have imagined. So I think you and I have the opportunity to change it for the better. My name is John Carver. Thanks so much for watching.